But anyways, we don't have to get into that part. You mentioned did you cheat on your husband? I think you said that like a few minutes ago. Is that true? Is that correct?
I don't think I said it a few minutes ago, but I allude to it in the book for sure that there was definitely unethical non-monogamy happening on my part, and that was ultimately what led me into therapy. Like, hey, I can't stop cheating on my husband, and you need to fix me. There's something wrong with me. Like, I'm supposed to want this life that I have because everything's good on paper. And what's the deal here that I can't just be happy with what I have?
Well,
And yeah.
well, how were the people compared to your husband? The people you chose to sleep with, like how did they look?
It wasn't really a looks thing. It was more like the way that I felt with them. Because our relationship had become really companionate, I didn't feel like a sexual being. I felt like a roommate. I felt like a travel buddy. I felt like a best friend. And then, I would meet people, and these weren't like affairs that were going on for a long time. It was like a short thing. Like I'd be at a work conference or, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, but but I got to feel something in myself that I hadn't felt in a long time, which was desired, which was sexy, which was really feeling like a woman, right?
Mhm.
And the research about infidelity and kind of women who cheat is really fascinating. I won't go too far into like me nerding out on that, but I love, I love the statistics and stuff when it
Let's get
comes to this.
into it. Let's get into it. That's why we're here.
That for so many, not all, but for so many women who commit acts of infidelity, it's not that they are necessarily attracted to that person. They're attracted to that feeling in themselves that they get when they're with that person. And so for me, it wasn't, okay, these are guys who look a certain way or they look vastly different than my husband or they're way more attractive, anything like that. It
Mhm.
was, wow, I feel like a sexual being when I'm around these people. And that is such a good feeling because I don't feel that on a daily basis anymore.
How did you feel when you were cheating on your husband? How did you feel about it?
I'm going to be totally honest. At the time that it was happening, I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't. And I think that was what really led to my shame was that, like, what's wrong with me that I don't feel bad about this? Because I consider myself to be somebody who has a lot of integrity in what I do. I was a lawyer at the time. I had a really good reputation amongst judges, amongst defense attorneys, amongst other prosecutors for doing the right thing. And so I felt like this kind of fraud that I could do the wrong thing, what society would call the wrong thing, cheating, in my personal life, and that in my day-to-day I would never even think of doing the wrong thing in my job. So no, I didn't actually feel bad. I was like, hey, there's something missing in my life and I'm going out and I'm getting it. And so the lack of shame caused me more shame, kind of
Mhm.
paradoxically there.